It would be like, oh, fuck, this is a red fucking flag. Run, run. And this really lovely, sweet guy who's probably just have left behind.
No, because to me, it's just showing their passion and you want to draw.
That is fine, but not on the first date. Not on the first meet. That's like, give that to like second, third, fourth date maybe when you've spent time with each other. Then be like, hey, I do art. I draw. Would you like me to draw?
At the same point though, it's a good talking point as well for like a first date.
It is. You're really into this drawing thing. You're really not on the same page as me with this drawing thing.
Maybe not. But I like drawing anyway, so I can sort of like understand.
I guess as well. The thing is, this is sort of off the ass end of the 60s with the free love movement and all that hippie stuff. So a lot of people were more like open to art and things. And it's more of an arty crowd, I guess, right? Yeah. People are like, hey, I'm going to draw you. I'm going to write you this sick tune on my sitar.
Exactly. It's just the same as writing a song for somebody.
Yeah. I don't know. 70s, man. So, amused or flattered by the attention, man after man would leave the bar with the killer, usually to try and find a more secluded and intimate place. Once they were alone, the men were stabbed and their bodies left on waterfronts and in parks.
Shit.
On June 25th, 1974, around 5 months after the body of Gerald Kavanagh was found, a woman who chose to remain anonymous was walking her dogs with her 2 kids when she found the body of 27-year-old Joseph Stevens laying in the bushes at Spreckles Lake in Golden Gate Park. It's always people walking dogs, right?
Yeah. Like a few episodes ago, it was like that woman who like found a body like 4 times, didn't she, or something like
that? Twice. That was Stephen Port, aka the Grinder Killer. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, it was him.
Yeah, that dude. That was the poor woman who kept on fucking walking a dog in the same graveyard and finding bodies all the time. Like, how fucking unlucky is she? Well, how unlucky are the people to get murdered in the first place, I guess. But fuck.
I can imagine just regardless, it's. Stumbling up across a dead body is fucking terrifying.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't know what I would do. I would shit all down my britches if I saw a dead body.
Yeah, me too.
So Joseph Stevens was originally from Texas. He was a popular female impersonator in the local area and was the summer replacement at one of the Castro's older clubs called Finocchio's. The place apparently used to be like a hot spot for military people and also high-profile celebrities. Okay. However, at this point, apparently it sort of lost a lot of its appeal over the years.
Right, okay.
I read something where it was like saying that because of sort of the gay community around there had sort of lost interest in it because of all of the, well, essentially all the heterosexuals who were going there. They felt like, oh, we don't want to go. Because all the celebs are going, the army dudes are going. We don't feel like we're wanted there. And obviously, celebs and army people aren't going to keep the lights on 24/7. Gonna need some of them gays in there to give you that money. Getting that pink dollar is what they say.
What is that accent?
That's a good accent. That's a good accent. I don't know. I'm trying something different rather than this voice all the time. I don't know. I'm trying another voice. Okay. Leave me to it.
I'll let you do
I'm
your
going to try this one
experiment.
now. That's my new voice.
I'll let you do your little experiment then.
Thank you. Jesus. Louises. On Monday, 24th of June, Joseph, who was known as Jay, or Jai, I think it's Jai, J-A-E. Jai.
I'd say Jay.
Let's say Jay. Joseph, who was also known as Jay to his friends, was winding down after his weekend of performing and decided to have a drink in a place called the Cabaret Club. This is the last time Jay would be seen alive. It's strongly believed by the police that Joseph had actually left the bar with his killer and then proceeded to drive him to the park himself. So he met this dude and drove him to the park himself. How creepy is that? The thought that you could be, you pick up with someone and you could actually be sat in the same car as a killer. It's fucking gross.
What was the thought behind that then? Why did he think that he drove the killer?
I think the idea is that people may have seen him leave with the person, and obviously the car would be at the scene, and
I thought that
would be the situation. Once Joseph was attacked and stabbed 3 times. When he was found, there was blood congealed in both his mouth and nose. So that sounds like it was a brutal attack. Because I mean, my only reference is like movies with this, but when you see people when the blood goes up like into like the mouth and nose, that's like it's gone into some sort of like breathing system, right?
Yeah.
That's like when it goes into the breath, and you sort of it's such a horrible thing to think. You sort of almost drown on your own blood, right, when it comes out.
I presume so.
Yeah, I think my reference point isn't only movies. I think I've seen something. I can't remember all this shit. I can't remember where all my points of reference are. This is why I failed my dissertation at university, because all my references, I was like, no, this is true, but I can't tell you where I know it from. But trust me, it's true. So the gay community at this point is aware of a serial killer, and so are the police.
Okay.
However, if you thought this would somehow bring both parties together, maybe to unite against the criminal, that would be a good idea.
It would not happen.
Yes, you're all right. That is completely
Definitely
not what happened. Instead of investigating a crazed serial killer, the San Francisco Police Department would have rather spent their time terrorizing the gay community in their own special way. So this is sort of something that we've mentioned in other episodes. It seems to be like a slightly reoccurring theme almost, especially with the ones around this sort of era. I mean, it obviously clearly does happen now as well, but more so with these ones where the police are very, very not very nice, to put it at the least. Examples of exactly how brutal the police were being at this time. Officers Cornelius Lucy and William Gay, for example, practiced a creative form of entrapment. Officer William Gay would apparently drive slowly through Golden Gate Park in a pickup truck and stop just by a strolling male. So he's a guy coming along, he's in the pickup truck, he would stop by him. The officer would stretch out up his sort of pelvic area and show a big fake bulge that he had in his Levi jeans. As soon as obviously the dude made an advance towards him, I was like, oh, hello. The officer, William Gay, would jump out his truck and arrest him.
What?
Bullshit, right? Bullshit.
What a fucking knob.
What a dick. This and it gets worse. Officers Cornelius Lucy and William Gay are also reported to have dragged a man named Lawrence Candler from his car after a minor traffic incident and beat him so badly he suffered brain damage. Neither officers were charged initially at the time of the beating because first off, Lawrence Candler, the guy, was, and rightfully so, was too scared to file a formal complaint.
Yeah.
Which you can fucking understand why. However, justice was finally fucking served. A few months later, he did actually get, obviously debating things and thinking about shit. He did file a complaint, and a San Francisco jury eventually awarded him $264,500, which in 1974 is a lot of money, right?
Yeah, I can imagine it is.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
What when you was having that, when you was telling me that though, it reminded me of the guy who killed Harvey Milk and his partner. Well, not his partner, but his work colleague. He only got 8 years.
Oh yeah. Well, the whole deal. I mean, if you're aware of the story of sort of Harvey Milk and the political climate and the sort of the vibe of that area at that time, you can probably get a pretty good idea of sort of the way the police force were handling these particular murders and things. We will go into that even more detail, though.
Okay.
So essentially, at this point, the gay community has no faith or trust in the police force, and there is a freaking serial killer on the loose going around killing dudes. With tensions high and the police seemingly doing very little to track down the Doodler, it's no surprise that just 2 weeks after the body of Joseph Stevens was found, on July 7th, 1974, yet another innocent life would be taken. This chap was called Klaus A. Christman. He was a 31-year-old German national and employee of Michelin. Klaus, who had a wife and 2 children, had been staying with his friends Mr. and Mrs. Booker Williams and had been in San Francisco for just 3 months.
Okay.
On the night of July 6th, Klaus had just gone to relax and have a drink at a bar called Bojangles, and this was the last time anyone would ever see him alive. So
I'm a little bit out of the loop though. So he has a wife and kids.
Yeah.
Why was he staying with this family for 3 months?
He's German national.
Oh, right. Okay, so his wife and kids were in Germany still.
Yeah, so he's a German national, employee of Michelin, comes over to do work and obviously needs a place to stay, stays with Mr. and Mrs. Booker Williams in San Francisco.
Okay.
I wasn't going to do the melody of the proper song because I don't know if you're getting copyright for that.
And you're allowed to like play 10 seconds of something. You did anyway.
Yeah, but I didn't say the words. Yeah, so that's the last time he's ever seen that. A lot of these guys, the last time they're ever seen is obviously in bars, because this is where the fucker keeps picking him up from. The very next morning, a lady named Taba Wise was walking her dog Moondance, which is a fantastic name for a dog. Moondance. I can imagine
it's
Taba
a very
Wise.
60s name.
I can imagine her being so cool with like big hats and big coats and being very I don't really use this word that much, but being very fabulous, you know what I mean? Being a very fabulous lady. And she probably says the word fabulous a lot. Darling, it's fabulous. You must come over.
I got a completely different vibe of this lady.
Oh, did you really? What did you get?
Like hippie kind of free love sort of thing.
Oh, like just long haired, not giving a fuck. Maybe got some holiday beads in.
Yeah.
Some like a toe ring and an ankle bangle.
Like the bell bottom jeans.
Bell bottom jeans, yeah. Some big bell bottom jeans, toe ring, ankle bangle, long hair, not giving a fuck with some holiday braids in.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know which version I prefer. I want them both. She was walking her dog Moondance along the foot of Lincoln Way by the beach when she discovered Klaus's body. Again, fucking walking dogs, man. This is why we don't have a dog, because we will guarantee find a fucking dead body.
That's why we should get a cat.
No, I don't want a cat. I don't want a cat. They do that thing where they put the claws in you and then they scratch you and everyone says, they're just getting... It does hurt. It does hurt. It hurts me. I don't mind cats. Cats are fine, but just when they do that thing when they click their claws on me, and then whenever I'm at someone's house and they've got a cat, they go, "Oh, it's just getting comfy." I'm like, "Yeah, but in the process, it's making me fucking really uncomfy," and they get offended because I get hurt by the cat. I don't understand it.
Ugh.
Cats are fine. I don't know. Do what you want with your cat. Klaus was wearing a tan leather jacket, black side zipper ankle boots with brown Cuban heels, a white Italian shirt, orange briefs, one blue moonstone ring, one brown cameo ring, and his golden wedding band as well. The reason why I'm talking about exactly what they're wearing, by the way...
That's what I was actually going to ask you. Why tell me what colour briefs he's wearing?
Well, it's part of the description of the... maybe that bit wasn't necessary. I probably could have took that out. But it's all to do with... I don't want to spoil the end.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil the end.
Don't say anything then.
But it's kind of, like I said, detective hats on for everyone. Because, I don't know. Detective hats on is all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Klaus's throat was slashed in 3 places, and he was stabbed at least 15 times. That's fucking horrific. That's a brutal.
It sounds like he's getting more aggressive.
Stabbed 15 times.
Yeah.
There's an emotion behind that, right? Usually when...
Isn't it like... I've seen it in loads of stuff where you would only... If you stabbing somebody in self-defense, you'd only stab them once, right? But if you're stabbing somebody 15 times, that's stabbing in anger. It's like
anger, or that there's an emotion behind it, I think is the key. Inspector David Toshi, who also investigated the Zodiac murders, actually, for a period of time, apparently described the murder as one of the most vicious stabbings he has ever seen. Klaus's body was returned to Bamberg in Germany for a proper burial with his family, so he did get to be back at home. with this. It's fucking so sad.
I
mean,
know.
you go to another country, especially when
it's the fact that he didn't want to. It's not the fact. I get what you mean. Where sorry.
No, carry on.
where he's actually not going there